This comes to us from Miller Ross, who, if you're not familiar, as seen on YouTube Finance, Forbes, Metro, MSN, IGN, Sports Illustrated, PC Gamer, Eurogamer, NME, and many others, which I always talk about. These journalists, they just get passed around like slop to each outlet, write bylines for all of them, have their entire writing history between all the same outlets every single time. It's so tiring. Anyways, exclamation point, Venom Cake MVP animation. Here's your first look at the MVP animation for the upcoming Gummy Surprise Legendary Venom costume. Headed to the Marvel Rivals in-game store this Thursday, November 27th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. It's 9 seconds, guys, but my goodness, this is avert your eyes type stuff. Here we go. So apparently that's a thing over on Reddit r/Marvel Rivals. There is no dignity left for Venom anymore, bro. I can't take him serious anymore. They said, "Are you supposed to be a pretty princess?" Correct, madam. To be fair, it's still Venom. If Venom wants to be a pretty princess, are you going to be the one to tell him no? Of course, Reddit devolves into obviously being Reddit and I don't know, somehow being sexually attracted to him. I don't know. This stuff always hits me as such a weird approach to all this. Base player over on X, Venoms to pronouns. George Torch, what happened to Venom? Then to now. Again, if it was a one-off situation, I'd be like, oh, they're just having fun with it and doing something silly. You guys noticing between Suicide Squad and literally any game you can think of these days made by Wokies, there's always something like this that gets injected into it eventually if you wait long enough. It's very concerning. No room for wokeness. Seriously, who is the target audience for this? There's a picture of it. The same people who thought Miles McKenzie was a fun and quirky addition to the Metroid franchise. Girls, kids, and weirdos. Which, oh, by the way, just to go back to the video of this real quick, if this is supposed to be for adults, okay, it's Marvel Rivals, whatever. But it's just weird to me for one specific part of it. It's not like funny. It's weird. It's that. It's when he turns around with his bare ass and it lights up red and he shakes it. I'm like, bro, what do you do with all the muscles all around it and everything? Like, what are you trying to infer here? What are you insinuating with the viewers who are watching this and a younger audience that loves Venom or loves Marvel Rivals? And I don't mean younger audience like 5-year-olds or 8-year-olds. I mean like 12-year-olds, 14-year-olds, 16-year-olds. Like what are we doing here? Putting a tutu on them? It's very strange. So I started diving into who is behind this. And while I couldn't confirm it, this is one of the lead artists. This is the art director for Marvel Rivals, and his name is Dino Ma. And while he may not be the one that did the art specifically, he's the director of Marvel Rivals, meaning everything has to be approved by him. And I started doing some research on the situation, and I found this article from June 12th, 2025. It says the key to our success was keeping a 2D mindset. Marvel Rivals art director on the game's unique comic book style. Dino Ma tells us about making an expressive, exaggerated aesthetic in Unreal Engine 5. And then the first picture they show is another one of these trans bisexual lighting, purple, yellow, pink, with a girl that has everything except a nose ring. Marvel may have a permeating presence in pop culture, but its forays into video games haven't always been a great success. 2017's thoroughly disappointing crossover fighting game, Marvel Capcom Infinite, to 2020's blockbuster flop, Marvel's Avengers, uncanny adherences to the MCU have led to uninspiring character designs that fell short of their big screen counterparts. Now, again, this article came out, what, as of recording this, about 5, almost 6 months ago at this point. Yeah, 6 months, almost 7 months ago. And they're talking about how these games have flopped due to character designs. And then they announced this. And I'm over here like, bro, come on. Like, what are we doing here? Why? Marvel Rivals has, however, smashed expectations since its launch last December, having already reached 40 million players worldwide as of February. That's no mean feat, given that it's a team-based PvP shooter, a genre that faces fierce competition, and only a few emerge victorious. Again, if you're on top, I would think you'd want to be doing things to stay on top. And I maybe some people love this design and they think it's quirky and funny. I look at this as like, great, more gay shit getting injected into the games. Cool. Why does it always seem to devolve to this? At least that's how I look at it. Contributing to its success is that the most visually stunning Marvel game ever made, reinvigorating a rich history of comic book superheroes and supervillains in the same way Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse had affected the animation industry. And just like Sony Pictures Animation's films, Rivals combines the most cutting-edge technology with hand-drawn comic book aesthetics, while also having Marvel's rich history and catalog to dive into. We sat down with the game's art director, Dino Ma, to learn how this unique artistic style and visual system, referred to as dynamic comic style, was created. And to be honest, the game itself, I think, looks great. It's a very unique style to the game, and it works in the world of Marvel. But when you start doing stuff like this, I hate to keep going back to it, but like, what are we doing? What are we doing? I believe Marvel Rivals stands out with its distinct gameplay mechanics, says Ma. In developing a visual style, I not only focused on the overall aesthetic, but also considered how it aligns with the genre and gameplay dynamics. It's worth noting that while fully licensed to use any of Marvel's IP from its 85 years of rich history, the MCU still provided a wealth of inspiration alongside the comics themselves, the game recreating in its animation style, sequences, and camera movements that are direct nods to the iconic moments from the films, which is great. But at the same time, that was how it started. This is where it's devolving to. Marlon says skins were better when players had control over them instead of a bunch of homosexuals that don't play video games. He went into a vat of transmission fluid. Holy shit. The motherfucking message happened. Yep. Joke and bad taste. Yeah, it's not woke crap, just crap. I mean, again, I don't know how I'm even supposed to take this, who the audience is for it, and why anyone would want to dive into the game after seeing this. Unless you're just a hardcore wokey, you're super gay, and you're like, finally, I can see myself in this game. On the official post from the Miller Ross guy that I started this off with, John Douglas, not again. Axel Carnage, Jesus fucking Christ, this is gay. Glad I don't play this garbage. Woke trash. This is the funniest shit I've seen today, and it's Venom. Not a big deal considering it's an alien entity. See, this is what they want people to say. Not a big deal, guys. It's an alien. They can do whatever they want. Again, the whole ass shaking with the muscles on it and the tutu and the pink heart. Like, come on, man. How stupid do you think people are? You can see what you're trying to do with this. What are we doing here? What are we doing? And that's me uninstalling. Glad I'm not Venom fan because I'd be pissed, right? Puke. If they lost a skirt, I'd find it a little less weird. Bro, I don't think it would be any less weird. The fuck did I just watch? They just can't help themselves. Gone. I mean, at least it's cool. It could be Ubisoft gay. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if Ubisoft did this? Now, because it's coming from a Chinese studio and NetEase, people are a little bit more forgiving because they're like, oh, they're just being funny and silly. I don't know. This kind of speaks more to the overall injection of communism through LGBTQ in the Western audiences. And it's just more of that shit coming from China. That's what I see here. I know, I sound crazy to people that want more of this, but those are the people that are already captured in the ideology. That really is what it comes down to. But yeah, I can't keep watching this. You understand what I'm getting at. It's disgusting that they keep doing this shit with these games. Oh, and the frosting, icing on the candy here that looks like definitely semen that he's licking off with his tongue. That's not an accident either. I'll leave that there.